NBA game, coverage of, man, the nail biter between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. KD had 49 points. KD was KD, man. At the end of the day, I know KD came a few years behind LeBron James, but you can make an argument that KD was just as good as LeBron and then at times better. I know KD is 2-1 versus LeBron in the NBA Finals. And he was on point tonight. And he put the team on his back and he got the team to win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I'm not going to say the Milwaukee Bucks is finished. I think this series is going 7 games. I think Milwaukee is probably going to win game 6. And then, game 7 is up for grabs. I think if they could get Kyrie Irving for game 7, I think Brooklyn will win that game, because at the end of the day, Harden is still banged up. He did what he could. And KD had to play the whole game. I thought about he played the whole game. And that could take a lot out of you. So now they have to get on the plane and they got to head to Milwaukee. And get ready for game 6. But I think Milwaukee will more than likely win game 6 and force a 7th game. But like I said before, KD, he was on point tonight. He looked like the vintage KD that played, with the Warriors and stuff, that made big shots when he needed to make shots and take over a game. We need to take over a game. And but it's just this thing, man, why a part of me a big part of me I want to believe in this Nets team, but it's just, I won't believe in them till I actually see them getting presented the Larry O'Brien trophy, because I know who their coach is and I know who their assistant coach is. Their head coach is Steve Nash, and their assistant head coach is Mike D'Antoni. And like I said, I remember Steve Nash as a player. We all remember Steve Nash as a player. Steve Nash was a great player. He deserved to be in the NBA Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Now, should he have won back-to-back MVPs? That's questionable. But, at the end of the day, he did win it twice. So, hey, it's on his resume. But Steve Nash was never known for playing defense, and we all can agree to that. He wasn't a lockdown defender. He really didn't play no defense at all, to be honest with you. But he was a good facilitator, and he could score when he wanted to score. And he had good court vision as far as offense go. But if you wanted Steve Nash to lock somebody down on defense, well, don't count on it. And then another thing is, at the end of the day, can we be honest about Giannis? Has Giannis yet to prove that he can be clutch in big moments, and that Giannis can score? Yeah, he can score. But when it came time to make those free throws that could have tied the game, he missed one of them. And that's the problem with Giannis. At age 26, Giannis still has some holes in his game. Like I said before, if Giannis knew how to play with his back to the basket, if he had a consistent short-range jumper, shit, man, to be unstoppable. Like I said, in crucial moments of the game, if you up by 1 or you down by 2, you foul Giannis and put him on the line, and he better your chances to get back in that game, put you in a position to hit a 3-pointer or a layup or something to get you back in the game, possibly win the game. He still hasn't worked on that, and this is like damn, what is this, like his 6th or 7th year? 2-time league MVP. And the money that you pay. And the money that you paying Giannis got to get his free throw shooting at least. He may never be an 80% free throw shooter. He may never be, he's not going to be a Steph Curry like free throw shooter. But, however, we could make an argument that, or we could at least say, hey, Giannis, can you at least get up to that 70, maybe between 75 to 78%? I mean, Tim Duncan wasn't the best free throw shooter ever, but he shot in the 70s. So putting Tim Duncan on the free throw line wasn't crucial to you possibly winning or losing a game. That's something that Tim Duncan did work on. Or that's something I think one year he went as high as almost 80, but I know he shot like in the 70s his whole career, which is solid. It wasn't hack and shack or none of that stuff. But then again, the thing is, with Tim Duncan in the paint, you couldn't stop the dude damn near. So that's something that Giannis has to work on. That is just something that he has to work on. He needs to go to Hakeem, and Hakeem can help him play with his back to the basket. Because like I said, he can slash, he can cut, he can get to the rim, he can do all that stuff. But he still don't have a consistent mid-range jumper. And I'm not finna rely on Giannis shooting three-pointers all the time. He needs a mid-range shot, a consistent mid-range shot. It don't seem like Giannis got better, because I mean he like in year 6, 7. I don't see no improvement. Now if you up if you up by 10 and it's 2 minutes to go, then you might be okay. But if you got 2 minutes to go and you down by 4, that's the problem where Giannis is a liability. What weaknesses do KD have? Create his own shot. He could slash. He could facilitate. I mean, KD has no weakness in his offensive game, and he shoots in the 80s as far as free throws go. So I mean, KD has no holes in his offensive game whatsoever. He can take you off. The thing is with KD is a 6'10", 6'11" 2 guard. He don't use his post up that much. Giannis get the ball and then he try to slash and go for the layup. Giannis don't shoot that ball. Giannis don't try to shoot like a 15-footer. Giannis play close to the rim and above the rim. What I'm saying is Giannis got to get his game like KD. Or remember Karl Malone, when he first came out, Karl Malone developed that little short-range, ugly-ass jumper that he used to shoot. Karl Malone played the same way his first few years, but when he developed that mid-range shot, shit. Appreciate that. That's why Karl Malone scored all them points. And then Karl Malone, I forgot what his free throw percentage was. His free throw percentage was pretty solid. Like I said before, you seen what happened in a crucial moment. Giannis split the free throws. That could have tied the game and then put them in a position to win the game. Remember, they was up by 17. Oh, what's up? East Oakland in the house. Appreciate that, man. '90th and back over there by the stove by Castlemont High. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying about Giannis. He still got a lot of flaws in his offensive game, though. That's all I'm saying, man. Like I said before, they had a chance to win the game, and to be honest with you, Milwaukee should have won that game. They still, and that's the thing, though. They still have a chance to win this series. I think if Kyrie Irving playing Game 7, I don't think they're gonna win, because James Harden is still banged up, and we all know James Harden's history in the playoffs. He just like Paul George. James Harden don't like the pressure of being the man. I'm telling you, he don't like that pressure of being the man. Where Paul George, he could hide behind Kawhi Leonard. But at the same time, like I said, when everything is going good, when Kawhi Leonard having one of them Kawhi Leonard games, yeah, Paul George gonna feel comfortable. Kawhi Leonard is the vocal point of, the defense, where they trying to slow him down, and then you put Paul George in the position, okay, Paul, we need you to take over. Then that's when Paul George disappears. That's when Paul George disappears. And we all know James Harden's history in the playoffs. When it come time to secure the game, then James Harden just, you know what I'm saying, he turns into either Brick City, he makes crucial turnovers, or he just self-destructs. We've seen this with James Harden throughout his playoff career. That's why he's hoping that Kyrie Irving come back. He's hoping. I'm serious. How many times have we seen this with James Harden? James Harden is cool being the third. He's okay with being the third guy. He's okay with being the third guy. He's okay with it being KD, Kyrie, and then him. Because when he was in Houston, it was really dependent on him. So now he don't have that pressure no more. So like I said before, I think Milwaukee will win. I think they will win Game 6, and then depending on what happens with Kyrie Irving, like I said, then it's anybody's guess what'll happen. Because like I said, Milwaukee is not done. They're not finished. They're far from finished. But a lot is riding on this series. Because keep in mind, if they don't get past Brooklyn, their coach is more than likely going to be fired. And then I'm looking at the other series too. I'm looking at this series with the Clippers. I really think if the Clippers win tomorrow in Utah, I'm going to keep it a buck. If the Clippers win tomorrow in Utah, I think the Clippers is going to win this series. I think if the Clippers win in Utah, the Clippers will win this series, and I think they will go to the... Did you see what Kawhi Leonard said? He said, man, I don't care about no Western Conference Finals. He said, man, I'm trying to win a championship. And to me, what I've liked in this series with Milwaukee and Brooklyn, for the most part, the officiating has been fair. Nobody on either side complaining about the officiating. So the games have been called pretty much efficiently and fair as can be. Well, I think that's what the league wants. I think the league wants the Clippers versus the Nets. It was funny, Kitty the Jet Smiths, he believed that whoever wins out of Utah and the Clippers are going to go to the finals anyway. So he basically said he don't believe. He basically said he don't believe in Phoenix. To me, I kind of believe in Phoenix. I really do. It's something I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it until see in this particular Phoenix Suns team. But I'm not gonna toot my horn until they get to the finals. I gotta wait. I don't want to speak too early. That's something that I don't want to do. I don't want to speak too early, but I'm playing this. I'm playing this with the eye test, and I'm playing this close by ear. It's something that I see in this Phoenix Suns team, but I don't want to say it yet. I want to wait till they get to the finals, or if they get to the finals. And I'm gonna tell you now, and this is the honest to God truth too. A Clippers Hawks finals wouldn't be too bad neither. A Clippers Hawks finals wouldn't be too bad because Atlanta is a hot spot. Atlanta is like the new Hollywood. It's like Black Hollywood. It's like whatever. Like out of every 10 movies that are shot, they do maybe 4 of them shoot somewhere in Atlanta. So Atlanta is a new hot spot though. And then plus the media coverage would be crazy out there. So Atlanta Clippers finals wouldn't be too bad. I think ratings wise it wouldn't be too bad. Like I said before, the NBA like having these ideal cities. They love going to places like Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and places like that. They really don't want to see a team like the Charlotte Bobcats or teams like that, or Indiana in the finals, because those are not what you call big market idea tourist like cities. See, a lot of people go to Chicago despite the stuff that go on to Chicago. In Chicago, a lot of people go to Chicago. A lot of people visit the Bay Area. A lot of people visit Los Angeles. Of course, a lot of people visit New York. That's always been the NBA's problem. The NBA never knew how to market teams in other cities besides like those 4 major cities. Then a lot of people go visit Miami. I mean, I've been in Miami. Miami is on point. I haven't been there in a while, but that's the problem. The NBA don't know how to market their stars to a more wider audience. And that's their problem. They have spent the latter part of their years banking too hard on the Lakers or any team from New York to go to the finals. Now the Celtics is the Celtics because they always had that history behind them. Guys like Bill Russell helped build the league and elevate the league. Now, I don't know how, Boston is as far as like a tourist city, but I know Boston has a horrible history, and we all know what that is. We all know what Boston's history is the obvious, but they one of those traditional teams. They have that legacy behind them because of all those championships they won. So, that's the thing. But yeah, like I said before, with this series with Milwaukee and the Nets, I think it's going to go 7 games. I think if everybody would have been healthy, I think it would have went 5, and I think Brooklyn would have took it. But I think this series is going to go 7. Oh yeah, and homeboy Big Baby Davis, man, stop it. Come on, man. You come on, man. You don't celebrate. Oh, the homie here. Y'all go subscribe to this channel. You know, Talking and Grubbing Sports. I'm gonna get him on here one of these days. I'm gonna come on this channel one of these days. We gonna collab. So I'm gonna get him on here one day. Go subscribe to his channel. His channel really good, man. So that's the homie. So you know, yeah, I'm gonna get him on here one day. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, dude need to stop it, man. I mean, he making a fool out of himself, man. Sometimes you gotta tell these dudes, hey man, hey, dude, come on, man. Don't do that, man. Come on, man. It ain't even that serious, man. I mean, you just trying to get some notoriety. You trying to get, you trying to get a little, you trying to get a little notoriety. You trying to get people talking about you. But come on, man. Don't compromise your brother, man. Don't do that to a brother. And don't be talking about you want to fight somebody over a logo, man. Come on, man. Just stop it. You sound stupid, man. You sound stupid, man. You really do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Big Baby was, Big Baby, he was eating his biscuits with extra syrup, man. Dude was like, I don't know what's going. Big Baby, Big Baby, not Anthony Davis. Yeah, dude was getting his Gregory Hines on hard, man. Talking about he want to fight. Man, get out of here, dude. I wonder if he gonna play in the Big Three this year. I know the Big Three is coming back. As you guys know, Ice Cube used to give me credentials. I'll see can I get a press credential with the Big Three again. But whoever doing a website, they need to update their website. Their website is still from like 2020. They haven't updated the website all the way. But yeah, I'm gonna see can I cover the Big Three, because the Big Three, hey, the funny thing is the Big Three is having an event the same weekend as Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. And then they having SummerSlam. That's like hilarious. So when I say Las Vegas is gonna be crazy that weekend, I'm gonna and I just want to tell any of you damn wrestling fans that's listening to this video, don't come with that wrestling shit. Don't come with that wrestling shit, man. For real. Don't come calling me for real. Yeah, for real. So yeah, Las Vegas is gonna be like jam-packed. But they gonna try to make sure all the events don't coincide with each other. The Big Three don't start the Big Three is gonna start around 12 or 1. So that'll be plenty of time. That'll be plenty of time to do your thing and go back to the room and change clothes and all that stuff. Cause I'm definitely gonna try to be at Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. That stuff they pulled with Wilder. With them tickets, man, that was cold-blooded. All right, you guys, thanks for tapping in. I'll be back later.